We are back, and this is our Reading's Finest section, and I'm super excited about this guest. We got our serial entrepreneur. He is doing everything and anything. So can we get a quick bow, bow, bow for a minute? Bow, bow, bow. Mr. Indasha, my guy.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
All right, bet.
What is it? You got Buy Digital HQ, Lit Mind Media,
Correct. Yes.
doing everything.
Yes.
First things first, in honor of Marie, you have to tell us a fun fact about yourself.
Fun fact. I went to school with Taylor Swift.
What?
What was that like?
You went to Why I'm Missing?
Yeah, West Reading Elementary.
Oh,
That's fire.
Yeah.
Was she your girlfriend?
What she actually mean? Because I
She
heard
did
some
actually. She did have a crush on me, low key. And if I knew what I knew now,
Security
people...
my fellow black brother.
That's actually pretty dope.
but
cool.
yeah, I was the only the only black boy in the class. So yeah,
That's fire.
this is around 2000, 2001.
How old are you?
I'll be 30 this summer.
Damn, you old as shit.
29.
Brie ain't shit. Brie about to be damn near 30.
You're right. That's
Wow,
why
I didn't know that. I thought
Yeah,
you were
but
like
yeah.
25. You know?
Nah, I'm a little bit seasoned.
Yeah, you a little bit.
Seasoned.
Okay.
But the first question we always start with is, who is Indasha? Who are you?
That's a complex question, right? I would say, I'm a black man lost in the wilderness of North America. Final answer.
Can I quote that? Can I quote that?
You want to quote it?
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's fire.
That,
No, seriously.
no,
like,
I'm good. I was here for it.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because I never know what people are going to get. Some people kind of give us like their resumes. Other people are just like, well, I'm this, and this, and this. But I like that answer a lot.
Right.
All right. So first things first with you, you have multiple businesses, right?
Two.
Two.
Well, actually, three, but two that I'm focusing on right now.
All right. So you got a couple
Right.
that you're focusing on, but you got a few. Two is a couple. Anything more than two is a few. Just saying.
About three. Yeah.
Yeah. So first things first, what actually got you into social entrepreneurship? And can you describe what social entrepreneurship is first?
Right. Social entrepreneurship is pretty much being an entrepreneur with a social purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to do something that's for the community, within the community, and those were what my businesses are kind of predicated upon. Is trying to instead of going the nonprofit avenue, being a for-profit company.
Oh, who turned that shit on?
Common sense would tell you it would be the AC. Finally, niggas got AC. Eight.
Why'd that come on?
Sheesh.
But continue.
Continue. We're
But
good.
so it's pretty much just entrepreneurship with a social purpose. So that's what my companies are. Buy Digital HQ. We're an online retail company with a social purpose to feed Berks County.
Mm-hmm.
So once we obtain a certain amount of memberships, we want to be able to donate groceries to the community, people that are in need for groceries or going hungry. And my other company that I have, I'm partnering with a financial company. And what we do is show people the tricks of the trade of the wealthy, right?
Mhm.
So things that are not commonly told to the inner cities of America that we don't know. I give you an example. Everybody has a job here, right? Everybody's employed.
Yeah.
So when you fill out an application, you remember filling out a W-4 form.
Yeah.
All right, so that W-4 form, there's two other forms that go with that form. A lot of people may not be aware of it. So if you're self-employed or have a business, then you fill out those two other forms. And what that allows you to do is it allows less taxes to be taken out of your paycheck. And people don't understand the benefits of just starting a home-based business. You know what I mean? And yeah, so that's one of the things that people are not aware of.
Right.
So what I try to do with my platform, which is Lit Mind Media, I try to educate people as much as possible about the tricks of the trade. Like I said, it's not commonly told to us because it's not shit that we learned in school at
Right.
all.
Well, speaking of school, did you go to college? And start with that.
No, I didn't go to college.
And was that a choice?
I went to community college. I went to community college for a little bit. Yeah, it was more of a choice for me because I realized that that college or just the school system period is structured in a way to make you perpetuate the system that's what's going on. I realized that at an early age. So I realized that school wasn't the best way to learn for me. I have to be more hands on. Sitting in front of a classroom and kind of just being lectured, I don't process information that way that well. You know what I'm saying? I have to actually try something, trial and error, and find out if that's for me or not. And that's kind of like what I've been doing. That's how I kind of stumble into entrepreneurship. It's because I've tried a lot of things, right? And now I'm finding my niche and what, how I can be of value. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So with that being said, how are you doing that? Like, it seems to me as if you're more of a. Do you read a lot? Like, how do you educate yourself in this world?
That's a great question. I educate myself through just life experiences. I haven't always been an avid reader. I just now start picking up reading actually, and I've always just been able to process information very fast, and that's kind of like what I do. Just realizing that anything you want to be in life, anything that you want to do, 9 times out of 10 has probably been done before. You know what I mean? So you have to be able to, process information because there's no school for this shit. You know what I mean? There's no school for reality. No matter, you can be a professional student, you can go to college. It has its value. I believe it does have its value to a certain extent. But at some point, you have to get out in the real world. You know what I mean? You have to really get these experiences. That's why you have so many people that come from obscure backgrounds and are able to make it big without college educations. A lot of your most successful people are college dropouts.
Right.
You know what I mean? So. Yeah.
And so are those some of the people that you drew inspiration from?
Can I get comfortable?
Get comfortable. Yeah. Someone else described it as like, here's the barbershop on like a public platform.
Wow, that's dope.
Yeah.
I like that.
But just like, I know college was like a huge part for me, but when you talk about your experience in that, were there people that you wanted to emulate that you knew didn't go to college? Did you have mentors in this before just jumping into this entrepreneurship world? Like, what was that like for you?
I'm sorry, what was the question again?
Getting into the entrepreneurship world, were there people that you actually looked to that you were just like, well, this person didn't go to college, so this is something that you knew you could get into as well? Did you have a mentor going through any of this?
No mentor. I'm kind of just
sounds like you're just going, like, what is that called? Trial by fire? Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm saying it right?
You just jumped into it.
Sorry. So with that being said, then how do you feel that has changed you, or has it at all? Like,
has what changed me?
It has. Oh, well, let's start. Is there any ups and downs for you? And if so, has that affected your daily life? Because if you're an entrepreneur, in my eyes, you're doing it on your own. So the losses are yours, all yours.
Facts.
The wins, then they're yours too. Then, right?
Facts.
So then, what is that like? What is like
That's
a
great
loss
question.
for you?
So it depends on how big your team is, right? So if you have a team, then the win is not just solely yours, it's the team's. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody has a role to play. At the point now where I'm at, it's mainly just me, right? So I'm more of a social entrepreneur, but it's mainly just me, and I am slowly but surely building out a team, getting the necessary pieces to manifest ultimately what I'm trying to bring to the area and globally. But yeah, so it's challenging. It's challenging on many levels. Just as like I said, being a black man lost in the wilderness of North America, and just figuring out just entrepreneurship without necessarily having a mentor or a mentee to kind of show me the ropes. But It's a journey, and I think entrepreneurship is a journey, just like how life is a journey. So,
Would you, and with that being said, would you recommend it to other people? Like, I don't necessarily
that's
think
a
that
great
entrepreneurship is for, like, not everyone is meant to be a boss. Some people are meant to,
no, I
be
wouldn't
the-
recommend it to everybody.
but you feel like you're meant to be a boss.
No, yeah, I'm meant to be.
So with that,
It's because I don't. I'm I'm like a
Is this just something that you're naturally good at?
entrepreneurship. No, I don't think you can necessarily be good at it. I think it's a constant trial and error. It's a constant just renewing yourself, gaining new information, continuing to learn. Right. It's you're never at a point where as though things are just smooth sailing. You're constantly trying to fine tune things, constantly trying to make it better. That's why you have multi-billion-dollar companies that that may be here for a large portion of time, then they go belly up, right? Like Toys R Us, or you got what's some other stores like Blockbuster, right? Because they're failing to keep up
with the times,
with the demands of the people,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think entrepreneurship or being a business person is not for everybody. You have to be tough. You have to have the right mindset. You have to understand that you're going to have a lot of lonely nights just trying to put things together and manifest your vision.
Right.
You know what I mean? So no, I wouldn't recommend for everybody because most people are sheep. Most people want to look for people to tell them what to do.
Right.
And that's why it works for me, because I've never been the type of bull that like people really telling me what to do. I always kind of try to do my own
Who
thing.
you telling? I'm feeling that right now. I'm like, such a bad employee. Like, stop telling me what to do at work.
No, I think everybody goes through that though.
Yeah.
Like,
Because I think it's just like one of those tipping points. But I mean, even with that, let's talk about the financial component about it, because I think it is, for me, I always think, I said it, I think last week or the week before, but I was like, I feel like in some respects, entrepreneurship is a privilege that not all Black people are able to kind of get. And so even then, like, how did you, from a financial point, how were you able to kind of fund this? Or did you start out? When did you start making money and like profiting?
What do you mean by it's a privilege that you said it's a privilege that Black people are not?
So when I look at it, I was like, entrepreneurship for me, when I look at it, it has to be a calculated risk with Black people to take that kind of like leap into that. So were you calculated in that? Because I feel like white people there's entrepreneurs everywhere. So when I go to like co-working spaces, every person who's an entrepreneur in there was white. There's like probably one or two Black faces within that room. And so I'm just like, damn, are there any other Black tech company owners? Are there any Black entrepreneurs like in here?
Are you asking that from like a financial standpoint where they have the
ability to
lose?
Yeah, they have the ability to lose. Like, were you a lot more calculated in this? And is there something on the line for you to potentially lose if this didn't work out?
No. I think that just being a African American, our experiences is just different periods. So now that I'm taking that and going into business, it's challenging just because of the historical nature of this country. So absolutely, it's challenging. But the fact of the matter is, it's a necessity. So I look at it as it's either CEO or die.
Oh,
I'm dropping gems.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? So that's how I'm coming. I'm not here to work till I'm 65. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to slave at a job to bust my ass and at 65 that I'm supposed to retire.
Right.
That's what y'all giving me. That's what y'all telling me.
Right.
No, I'm going for mine. I'm gonna fight for and create something for myself, legacy for myself and my family.
Speaking of legacy, then
legacy.
Black excellently.
Just being your own.
You gotta say it in the mic.
I find it a little ironic, just like with owning your own company and stuff, that like when you're the owner and you run things, you kind of work past your 65 because it becomes your own project, and like everything that you put into it, you put your life into it. So even though like we don't want to work for someone else till we're 65, I think the problem with like the older generation, they say that we're lazy, but we just don't want to work for you till we're 65.
There you go. You just hit the nail right on the head.
We'll gladly work till we die for ourselves.
You just hit the nail right on the head.
We're not going to work for y'all.
That's it.
Right.
That's it. That's the whole point right there. Why would I have to? because everything that I'm doing is to benefit your family, right? It's to benefit your family's legacy. Why not put that same energy, those same talents, right? That same thought process into something that you create yourself. That when it's all said and done, because you can't pass down no job. You know what I'm saying? You can pass down a business. You know what I'm saying? You can pass down, a savings bond or something like that you've created. You can't pass down no job.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
And
yeah, that's it right there. You're going to work, of course. Why not put that work for yourself? You know what I'm saying? You're going to work regardless, and it's like, and it's not easy at all. You know what I'm saying? You're going to work. You're actually going to work more hours as an entrepreneurship in the beginning, right? Than you're going to work a regular 9-to-5 job. You know what I'm saying? I be in my office sometimes 12, 14 hours. I don't even realize how much time go by. But it doesn't feel like work because I'm doing it for me, and I'm actually enjoying it. There's a difference, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a fact. I'm telling you, like once Monday nights, until that shit gets uploaded, it's edited down, everything it needs to do. Then you gotta plan out the marketing. Then you gotta make sure your team's all aligned.
Before
You gotta
you
get
know
the
it, that's
information.
like 16 hours in a
Yo,
day.
when I put how much time goes into a podcast, I'm just like, oh my goodness, I spend so much time like trying to coordinate everything. You feel me?
And the craziest part about it is nobody sees that but you.
What's that?
Nobody sees the work that goes into your project.
They see
They
that.
only see the ending or like the final project.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
nobody gets more of the success out of it either.
Right. And so I don't think that's always like the craziest part. But I think the last part of what I want to ask you before we get into a bunch of random questions for you, because a lot of what you were saying really reminded me of what Nipsey was talking about. So I want to just know, like, did he have a lasting impact on you? Is that something you wanted to also emulate? And is this something that you kind of want to leave with the city too? I don't know. Like, how do you kind of carry on with
I got
this?
introduced to Nipsey doing the Crenshaw mixtape when he dropped that joint.
Mm-hmm.
And everything the King was saying was just, I mean, what he stood for is what it's the blueprint.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's the blueprint for niggas like me that wants to be entrepreneurial and wants to be in business. You know what I mean? So his loss was detrimental for the black community. And like I said, for niggas like me that wants to be business, because he showed that you don't have to kind of repress who you are. You know what I'm saying? You can be who you is and still be a successful businessman. You don't like don't get it fucked up. I throw in a suit and tie too. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to do that in order to be a successful businessman. So Nipsey Hussle was definitely a role model, you know what I'm saying? And his death, because people don't appreciate you till you die anyway. So, and his death is kind of really immortalized him even more.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I realize that I'm rare. I realize that, the things that I want to do and want to accomplish in my lifetime, it probably won't be understood until I'm deceased. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully, by the time that, when the dust settles and my work is done, it speaks for itself.
Man, I fucks with that.
You dropped some gems.
That's a fact. I'm about to leave this place like inspired all over again.
Inspired, yeah.
All right. So what we get into right now, these are our random questions. So we're gonna hit you with 3 random questions apiece, and you got to answer them as fast as you can.
Gotcha.
They can be as simple.
Best. I try my best.
It's okay. Sometimes we get a little deep.
Yeah, I'm a thinking man, so I like to kind of think about my questions, but I'll try my best.
All right. First things first. What's your sign?
Leo.
Ew. Sorry.
Ill to my sign?
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh,
Just answer your question.
Hold on. No. Why you say
I
ill?
tried to skip through it. He wanted to see if you was a Virgo. That's why he asked.
No matter.
Anybody who's a Virgo on a sign is like, oh yeah, Virgos are the best. All that.
I'm a Leo
bullshit.
moon, so it doesn't
All
matter.
that But
Yeah.
Try.
Oh, you're not going to answer my question?
No, skip. No, it's just I'm into astrology, and I was hoping that you were a Pisces, but no, you're a Leo.
And see, I got a text for wanting you to be a Virgo.
I didn't, but I
You
don't.
asked the question.
That was between y'all two. That's not between me. What sign?
That's
Oh,
crazy.
Biggie or Tupac?
Tupac.
Wasn't.
childhood nickname.
Mine?
Yeah,
Day-Day.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm screaming. Oh, that's why you asked the question.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Your current top 3 artists that you're listening to.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Well, I'm listening to it's all over. I'm really an R&B boy. Like, I don't even like rap, especially today. Especially today's rap.
I'm a
But right
R&B
now,
guy
My
too.
nigga.
I'm listening to Victory Lap, of course.
Okay.
I'm listening to Voodoo. I don't know if y'all know.
Voodoo by who?
Y'all know what that is? Damn, y'all some
Throwback
young bucks.
Voodoo?
Huh?
Throwback?
Yeah, what voodoo you thinking of?
Is that
I thought it was D'Angelo for a second.
D'Angelo?
Yeah,
Yeah,
D'Angelo.
Okay, that's what I was like. That's D'Angelo. I know John's on the other side. Like,
yeah,
this
he
idiot.
is. Shit. He
I
is.
know.
Yeah,
That's his
yeah.
favorite album, isn't it? Or something like that.
I think so.
I think that's John's.
Yeah, and I'm listening to TP2.com.
That sounds so familiar.
That's R. Kelly's joint.
Ooh,
Oh, I
they
ain't
don't like
listen to
it.
that.
They're not gonna fuck with you. I'm like TP2. Okay.
I
Who's
was like, I know that album.
Yeah.
whose question is
Brie.
Favorite Marvel character?
Black Panther.
My nigga. Favorite basketball player all time.
Ooh. Of all time.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Damn.
AI.
Yeah, I would
Kobe.
have to say Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson.
Allen
Okay.
Iverson, yeah. Allen Iverson of all time, Allen Iverson.
Okay.
Just because the cultural impact that he
Yeah.
brought to the league, and he was a rebel. You know what I mean? Yeah.
My last question. What movie had the most impact on your life?
Higher learning.
Why?
That's two.
I know.
I'm fucking with you. Go ahead.
It had the most impact to date because of the message.
Mm-hmm.
The message that it was articulating. It was letting people know that from what I took from it is that no matter how far an educated Black person gets in the system, you're still in their system,
Mm-hmm.
right? Ice Cube's character in that role was a constant reminder that when he was talking to Omar Epps,
Mm-hmm.
and Omar Epps went to his room, and he asked Omar Epps asked Ice Cube, and let me borrow that Frederick Douglass book, and Ice Cube's response was like, "Oh man, what got you on the Frederick Douglass?" And Omar Epps was like, "Oh man, I just need it for a class paper."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Man, I thought you was." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I thought you was really wanted for the knowledge of your son.
Right.
And it was monumental because it pinpoint like, yo, only time we're interested in our culture or who we are as a people if it's for small monetary type gains. Now you're not really in it for the food for thought.
Right.
You know what I mean? You in it just to pass the class or just to sound like you know what you're talking about or
Right.
you're intellectual. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not really into it to really.
You ain't you one of them fake woke people.
Yeah,
you
like you
performative.
just-
Performative woke.
Yeah.
It's just oral masturbation. You know what I mean? You just
Yeah.
orally you just like to be able to, talk like you know what the fuck you're talking about. But you
Yeah.
don't. Or maybe you do, but you ain't doing nothing. Words without actions is just don't really mean much to me.
Yeah.
Last question for you.
Sorry, I have a couple in my head, but I'm trying to. Let's see. Come on, Bree.
I can ask mine.
Yeah, go ahead, ask yours.
Who's one person that you constantly like? Who's one person that inspires you? The biggest inspiration that you have, and why?
My mother.
Okay,
Yeah.
why?
I mean, she had 5 boys. I'm the youngest of 5.
Yikes.
And just the simple fact
Wow.
that just her resilience, man. She constantly that's why we threw that challenge up the other day. That was, I thought that was dope. You know what I mean? But she's just constantly just show her resilience in the beauty of the the Black woman or the African spirit. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? To constantly be there, constantly being the backbone to the family, man. You know what I mean? To the family.
I like that.
Bree,
Go ahead, Bree.
finish off strong. What's your favorite fast food joint?
Oh wait, aren't you vegan?
Vegetarian. How you know that?
I know everything. I'm
Yeah.
out on these streets. Don't worry about me.
You be watching?
Yo,
Yes.
yo,
She'll tell you about your
She'll
life
tell you
before
about
you
your
will.
life before you can even say it. It's
Yeah, yeah.
creepy.
Just like that.
It's creepy.
Just like that.
Y'all process a lot up here. I see.
All the
Y'all pay
time.
attention to a lot. Y'all gotta be mindful. Be mindful of your diet, not only what you feed yourself, but the information that you take in,
Mhm.
because that stuff plays in your subconscious, whether y'all realize it or not. I know y'all. I mean, because I know y'all got a podcast and y'all doing y'all thing, and I respect it. You know what I'm saying? You know, and keep doing what y'all doing. But like I said, just be mindful of the information that you take in, and you know, and keep doing your thing.
Is that his dear wedding?
That could have been.
It could have been,
We're gonna
but
get more
we're
gems.
not. Yeah,
Quick question: are you into like law of attraction, manifestation?
He said he
Energies?
don't read.
I never said
Yeah.
that.
You said you don't.
I didn't hear
Sorry.
I said I'm not an avid. Jesus, never mind. But,
Spicy.
yeah, I see why she probably don't like Leos, cause
that.
Leos, but anyway, nah, yeah, I'm into that.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Alright,
like that. Robert Greene.
I was just listening to the way you talk, and I'm like, he sounds like he's into.
let me
like,
tell you, I could talk to him for like
yeah, there's a
10
lot of
hours
shit.
and not even know that 10 hours went by.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For real.
Robert Greene. I'm definitely into Robert Greene. 33 Laws of Attraction, 40th Law of Power,
Yep.
the 50th Law of Power, which is one of my favorite books, the 50th Law of Power, what he did with 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Um,
I still haven't got
I didn't
to
read
it.
that.
yeah, it just talks about fear, man. Just conquering your fear. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't remember all the
You
lyrics.
guys should start a male book club. Like, get the niggas to reading.
Or just a very open black male discussion, which is coming soon.
We need that.
Yeah.
You've been saying that forever.
No, it's
Drop the tape.
not doing it yet. But yeah, so those wrapped up all of our questions. And so what we're getting into right now is the Dear Reading segment. This is a segment where you basically leave like an open love letter to the city. So that is anything that we talked about throughout this entire episode or a piece of advice that you want to leave off with the city. So we will start and then you're going to end it off. Cool?
Copy.
All right.
Dear Redding, you need to be paying attention. You need to be actively political, not just on Facebook, not just on Twitter, but you really need to be out in these streets because it's getting real and we're going to blink. Like, we took our last presidential election as a joke and look where that has us now. So it's very important that you go ahead and vote in the local elections and the national elections. It's important that should you have a problem, if you have a slum landlord, that you're going ahead and knowing your rights as a renter. These things we need. Oh, shout outs to Juan for his interview with the Redding Eagle. But it's very important that we go ahead and not buy back the block, but take back our community.
Okay. Dear Redding, don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. Like he said, entrepreneurship is not for everybody. But how will you know if you never try? So don't be afraid to take that leap.
Yep.
Period.
Period.
Dear Redding, you have more power than you think sometimes. I know I was at the forum the other week, the bilingual forum, and sitting there and watching some of the softball questions and seeing some of the candidates answer them and look so rehearsed. It was disappointing, but understand how to hold people accountable, understand how to get engaged, understand how to make sure that they are working for you and working in your best interest. So, yeah.
Okay. Dear Redding, everything that you want is here for you in the city. You don't have to look elsewhere. A lot of the things that you may aspire to do, it can be done here. And before you think that you can, my philosophy is before you think that you can do something else somewhere else in another city or something like that, start in your own backyard. You know what I mean? Start where you're at, start there, then expand from there. It just gives you more of a foundation.
Fucks with that.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Since everybody else forgot about me, dear Redding, I'm gonna need y'all to remember to love and to follow with your heart, because at the end of the day, that's all you got.
Word. All right, word. Any church announcements before we go?
church announcement.
Anything from you?
No.
Anything from you?
What's the play will be on title soon.
Yes. What's
Ow.
the play? Make
Go-
sure you subscribe to pushabreed.com.
Yes.
She got things coming. Be on the
On the
lookout
way.
for some more content. Be on the lookout for Dear Reading Expanding and Leveling Up, and look out for more events and programming, because I think we about to secure our first sponsor.
Level up. Level up.
Alrighty, thank you, and I can't wait for next week.